click on this attachment or the clip icon, we can say, okay, then what it is, okay, when, okay, so see, after I clicking on this, here also you can break it down a little bit more. So after I clicking on this, I should get some outcome. What the outcome? Then
It will
it
take
should
you to the
open a
computer.
window, right?
Uh-huh.
Then it should open.
Open a pop-up window or like open our computer desktop or C drive, right?
Isn't it like you have to go and find where is your file saved? Is it on desktop or download, something like that? Then bring the file and attach it there.
Or we can say the file destination of the file. Pranto sir?
I think is he connected from overseas? That's why the internet is.
Maybe, yeah. Pranto sir, are you back? Kazi sir, we cannot hear you. Can you unmute yourself?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was like muted. Thank you for reaching out and help me on the hands-on today at 5. I'm going to sit down with you and do some hands-on training because you're much ahead than me. And
Okay, let me log out. Okay, so here, here on I select the file. When I after selecting, okay, so what happens here? Let me show you.
Pranto sir,
Yes.
we can add one more thing. Actually, we were having, me and Kazi sir were having discussion. Like we can add one line like this. Whenever we click on the like attachment link, it should take us to the destination of the file destination or something, right?
Yeah, it actually open with the by default open with the desktop. Okay.
No, but it's not always required, right? For me, no, it's my question. It's not always required. If it will go on desktop, sometimes it goes on C drive, sometimes it goes on other windows too.
Yep. Yeah, it
So we
just
can,
depends. Yeah, it just open with just a destination, but you will have to navigate to there and you can just select the file.
yes.
Okay. So here, let me show you, like if I click here and if I select a file here, let's say, just do you have any image? Okay, let's say this is all.
Most priorities for you, any images, okay.
So if I select this, see, so after selecting here, then it just hover here. Okay, so the file will hover on the top of the chat box. Then after that, also if you want to add some message, you can also add some message there also. So when I select the file, then it should hover on the top of the chat box. When I And also you can type some message. When I type the messages on the chat box, it's not necessary. When I click on the well, when I click on the uh, plan icon, then it should send the file with the message also. Okay.
Mhm.
So here, okay. So here also we can break it down in two user story. One user story we can break it down like for only for send the file. Another user story we can break it down to send the file with the message. Okay. So let's do it only the file. So there it should be hover on that. Then when so instead of the type the message, I can actually put the when I click on the airplane icon, then it should send the file. Okay.
Mm.
So this one is only for to send the file, and then we can actually also put the risk. Risk is also high because it's very important, and also the priority is number one because these also should be the important because we should send the file, attach the file. Then also you can put the effort here. So let's say the effort could be like also here almost like um 6 hours should take. And the start date ended. So you guys can add all of this later. I'm just adding some of this. Okay.
Mr. Prant, I have a question.
Yes. Yes.
How do you really figure out that how much time hours to put on each user story? Like, how do you calculate that?
Okay.
Uh,
So this calculation will be like when you will work with your team. Okay.
yes.
So you should have also as a like you should have also some knowledge and some information so that you can also know. You should also know about your about the capability of your team. Okay. Like okay, if yeah, for this user story for this function, like the developer should not take more than 2 to 3 hours. Okay. You should like count like this. Then the testers also will execute the test cases on this same based on the same user history. So testers also should not take like more than 2 hours. Okay. And rest of the time you can also take a little bit like 1 hours or maximum 2 hours for the deployment. Okay. So then average you can keep it like 6 to 7 hours.
So
Okay.
is it decided like on the spring meeting, like when all the team
Yes,
members sit down?
absolutely. So on this sprint planning meeting, in the sprint planning meeting, it will actually set up the meeting, and in that meeting, actually, your all the team members, they actually also give the board. Okay, yeah, I can take for this. I mean, developers will give their board, testers will give their board, operation team members they will give their board, and based on that, then you will put actually the effort. Okay, then end
Yes,
of
thank you
the
so
yeah,
much.
yep, and end
And
of the sprint you will check that okay did they complete in the same effort. Okay. Or did it take too much time? If it took too much time, then you guys will like set up the meeting. Okay, why it's taking too much time? Do we have any roadblock? Do we have any issue? Or do we have any resource for to complete this in the time? Okay. Or or should we take on another way to develop this or to test this, whatever. So based on this estimation, actually you can understand that is there any issue or not here to work on this user history.
so is that postmortem is done in the retro meeting, right?
Yep.
I have my last question is you said that you are breaking down this user story in two parts. One is just send the file,
Hmm.
and next send the file with a message.
Hmm.
But in the actual world, can we just attach any file and just send without explaining the what is this attachment file is and what the receiver should do with this file? Because talking from my personal experience, like in our work,